It's really exciting times in the world of Tara Reid these days.
Yeah, it's been great. Last year was amazing. We did a lot of tons of movies that will be out this year, and so far we're doing 4 different kind of movies that we'll be shooting this year. So it's just been, just a whirlwind, and it's been incredible. We're actually already going to start doing Sharknado 6, which is crazy. So that's going to be fun. So it's just an exciting time in my life. Just came back from a great trip. On vacation, we went to Africa on a safari. Then we went to Tulum in Mexico. So, it's just been a great end of the year, a great beginning of the year. It was exciting.
Yeah, and Tara, I believe the journey began for you at the tender age of 6 years old in a game show called Child's Play, and as a teenager you made an appearance in Saved by the Bell, the nude class, so you're really cast into that industry from a very young age, growing up in it. And who were maybe those people, those role models that helped you and guided you along the way, and where did this love of acting begin from? Were you naturally born? Were you as a child, maybe a 3-4? Were you always that performer that you just wanted to be in front of people?
Well, how it started when I was younger, it was kind of we never tried to be an actor. When I was younger, we were, me and my mom and my brother were at the mall in the food court, and my mom was getting us pizza, and me and my brother were at the table, and we were, being a little, chasing each other on the table, standing on the table, na. And this child manager from New York City happened to be there visiting her daughter.
Wow.
And she saw, my personality, and there was a movie being cast. It was a Stephen King movie, and they couldn't find the girl. So she went up to my mom. She's like, please, I have a perfect role for your daughter. My mom's like, we don't act. She would have no idea what she's doing. She said, please, just meet with the director. And his name was Larry Cohen. So my mom asked me, I was like, okay. And we went in and had the audition, and then he went right outside, and he told my mom I got the part. And then from there, it kind of started. So it was all kind of an accident, but it definitely worked out.
Yeah, and Tara, you grew up in New Jersey, and you sort of made the move then, the transition. You decided to move to Hollywood to pursue the movie career, to go away from the sort of TV series. And I just asked you, in relation to that transition, it came very, very quick from the time you moved to Hollywood in 1997. You were cast straight away in the big Lebowski, which was released in 1998, and you went on in 1998 to feature in 2 other smash hits, Cruel Intentions and Urban Legend. Was there ever a worry or fear that, making that move away from home, from New Jersey, all the way across to the West Coast to Hollywood to pursue that career, that maybe that there might be a time or a period that you might have to wait or sit it out or have rejections before you got that big break? Because it seemed that you were only in Hollywood for a little while before things started to roll very quick for you along the ladder.
Yeah, I got lucky. I moved to Hollywood, and the first role I got was Saved by the Bell. Then I got another, the same producer. It was another TV show called California Dreams. And then I did a soap opera called Days of Our Lives. And then from the soap opera, I got The Big Lebowski. And then from The Big Lebowski, I think it was this movie called Girl, then Around the Fire, then Urban Legend, then American Pie, then Josie and the Pussycats, and American Pie 2, then Van Wilder, then I don't even know. It just kept going on and on and on. It was pretty crazy.
And Tara, that brings us on to the monster franchise that is American Pie. And how did the opportunity arise for you to be cast as Vicky Latham in the American Pie series? And what was it like maybe to work with the likes of Eugene Levy? Was he maybe a father figure to you all in cast? And was any sort of tips or pointers or that he shared with you that maybe helped shape your career? Or was he a great sort of figure to work off? And did you realise from the start when you saw the script for American Pie that you were onto a winner here?
No, I was shooting with Urban Legend in Canada, and I had to go in for the final callbacks. So I had to fly in and fly right back. And then I auditioned for it. And when I went back to Canada, I found out I got the part. So, that was pretty exciting. And then Eugene Levy's just the nicest guy in the whole world. But I had no scenes with him, just Jason did.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to know him in that way. But just, meeting him on the set, he was just so cool and so much fun. And he's just a great guy, great actor, tremendous person,
Yeah. And that brings us on, Tara, into the cult phenomenon that is what we call Sharknado, another franchise with a global following, a plot that involves carnivorous sharks killing people in tornadoes. Seems a bit surreal, but it certainly has worked, leading to 5 movies on the trot. And Tara, how would you describe Sharknado in your own words, and why do you think such a crazy plot like that has become such a global success?
Because I think Sharknado, obviously it doesn't take itself serious. And it's also, serious things that are going on in the world. I think it really allowed people to escape watching something so bad that it's stupid, so bad that it's good, that, it made people get out of their bubble and, laugh. And,
yeah.
And, it's absurd. And the thoughts of a shark flying a tornado, attacking the world is, absolutely ridiculous. And I think the worst, it got funnier. And then it became a cult hit. And people, have Sharknado parties because it's a fun film. It's a fun film. It's entertaining. And, and obviously, if it didn't do so well, we wouldn't keep making all these films.
Yeah.
So, we don't just make them. We make them for the people. And it's not just a film that comes out in America. It comes out in 263 countries.
Yeah.
So it's much bigger than a lot of movies because it comes out the same exact time. So everyone gets to enjoy it the time at the same time all over the country. It might come out at 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, in some countries.
Yeah.
And people will, stay up to watch it. And, the result of it has been incredible.
Yeah, and Tara, you were also part of the comedy hospital hit TV series Scrubs, where you played Danny Sullivan, and that seemed like a fun project to be involved in with a great cast. And is Scrubs a show on a time in your life that you have fond memories of being on set?
Oh, yeah. Working with Zach Braff, and I actually went to high school with Donald Faison in real life.
All right.
I don't know, everyone's just... It was the first time I really did television, but they shot the way they used the cameras, they shot it as a film.
Right.
And, it's always kind of weird to be the new girl in the class, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Work together, but they were so kind, and I loved my character, Danny. She was really fun and funny, and, I had a great time doing the role with them, and a great time shooting Scrubs.
Yeah, and in Tara, in the last decade, you've ventured behind the camera on multiple projects, and is producing and directing a real passion of yours now in the last decade or so, that it's something that you have really, really got behind and something that you seem really keen on?
Well, I haven't directed yet, but producing, I've produced a bunch of movies. It's a different role because instead of just coming in there as, the artist and knowing your line and creating, what we create, it was different because, you have a voice and putting the whole package together.
Yeah.
Where you're picking the casting, you're picking locations, you're okaying everything. So it's a whole different view of the business, and it's really, I think important in life to understand what everyone's position is. From, being the cameraman up to the lighting, up to this. So you really learn how a film it's a 360 of how it's done. I think that's important.
Yeah, and Tara, as we know, you have some Irish ancestry in you, and can you provide us about some of your Irish heritage, and have you ever been to Ireland?
Yeah, I've been to Ireland. I'm actually friends with Jedward.
All right.
Yeah, they're really fun guys. Yeah, I've been all over Ireland, all over. My ancestors are from Dublin.
All right.
I've been everywhere pretty much around Ireland. I went to, I forget what the name of it, but the first oldest bar there, and they let me go behind the bar and pour Guinness. It's cool.
And when was the last time you were in Ireland, Tara?
Probably about 5 years ago.